Hey guys, it's Joe Madden here. This is Pocket with Joe. We are going to be talking NHL. I'm so excited. It is Friday, May 20th. Happy May long weekend to everyone up in Canada that has a May long weekend here. Not sure if you guys do it down there in the States, but Monday is a holiday up this way. Now, I'm so excited for tonight's games. We have two amazing games in the NHL on the board today. Just while everyone gets onto the feed here, let's look at what happened in the games last night. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. Like always, last night, I really second guessed myself. I ended up taking the Colorado Avalanche's team total over 4.5 or 3.5, sorry, and it just kicked me in the butt. Not where I should have gone. I should have believed in what I originally had thought with the St. Louis Blues and Binghamton. One of those days where you second guess yourself when you go to take it to the window at the end of the day. But we saw the St. Louis Blues get a beautiful win over the Colorado Avalanche. I hope you guys took my advice by taking them on the puck line at +1.5. I did take that as well with that sprinkle on the money line in that game. We had a lower scoring game than I expected in that one, with the Blues coming out winning 4-1. And now Binghamton absolutely stood on his head again. And this series is tied now 1 apiece. They will be heading into St. Louis for Game 3. The Tampa Bay Lightning and the Florida Panthers. Well, what a mess for Florida Panthers fans and the organization right now. Down 2 games. And those 2 games were at home. Tampa able to get those 2 wins, headed back to Tampa for Game 3. It'll be really interesting to see the adjustments that Florida comes out with. I don't think it's all said and done yet. Lots of people are calling the sweep. I think Florida rallies back and wins at least one of these games in Tampa. It's going to be really interesting to see the adjustments they make for Sunday. I will not be betting this until I see those adjustments in the next game. Panthers let us all down, married to sports. It was just unbelievable what we saw out of them last night. But I do think we saw a better game out of them than we did in game 1. I think they definitely made some adjustments, some improvements. They have to get that power play working. If you can't convert a power play, it's going to be a real struggle against this Tampa Bay Lightning team. Now, let's look at tonight's games. You guys, I can't wait for these games. I'm so excited. At 8 o'clock Eastern. We have a while to wait. I wish these games started earlier today. 8 o'clock Eastern, the New York Rangers and the Carolina Hurricanes matchup. Now, the Rangers plus 155 here, minus 175 for the Carolina Hurricanes with a total of 5.5. The last game, we saw the Canes get the win in OT in that one. It was a 2-1 win for the Carolina Hurricanes in a game where the Rangers were up from the get-go. They got that first period win. Canes ended up tying it up 1-1 with, it felt like seconds left in the third. I know it wasn't seconds. I think there was about 4, 5, 6 minutes somewhere on the clock there when they tied it up, taking that one to overtime. When I look at this from a value stand in this game, just like in the last game, I have to ride with the New York Rangers again here. Good afternoon, Creekman. Thank you for being here. We look at this New York Rangers team, and they played a phenomenal game in the last one. We got Shesterkin coming into goal here. He's amazing. He can stand on his head. 2.07 goals against average. We're going to have a lower scoring game. So with the lower scoring game, you know, I wish there was more value here on the puck line with the New York Rangers, because at plus 1.5, it's minus 180. So I can't get there with that. But I do think this is another game very similar to the last one. I'd be shocked if it was even a 2-3 game. I think this is another 2-1 or a 3-1 with that empty netter hitting in this game. So give me the under 5.5. I think that is definitely the best way to go with these defenses. Just absolutely phenomenal. The shots on goal, Carolina is just dominating, holding teams to only 28.2 shots on goal per game. And the New York Rangers are solid at that 30.8. We also look at New York. They are coming in here averaging that 3.05 goals per game, with the Carolina Hurricanes averaging that 3.8. I just look at this one. I just see all defense in this. I know it's only a total of 5.5. And I see your comments say you still have to take the over. I just can't get there. I think this series is going to be a traditional playoff hockey series where we're getting these lower scoring games. One of them probably goes over, but when we look at this series, if this goes to 7, I really do believe the value is taking every single game under, because there's going to be, except for that 7th game, the elimination games, you guys, I do not like to take the total at all in those elimination ones. So that very last one where, one team is going to be completely eliminated, don't take a total. That's my best advice I can give you guys today, because when they pull the goalie, those empty netters is just, it's not good. But the under in Carolina is 4-1 in the last 5 meetings. Rangers in the playoffs as an underdog are 5-1-1 to that under in their last 7. And the Rangers on the road, strong trends to the under 2, 5-1 in their last 6 road underdog games. Now, as well as the under, I like the under in the first, not first half, the first period here. The under in the first period is under 1.5 at -118. I do think both teams come out strongest defensively in this first. If it was to go over, it's that third period where we get those empty netters that I would be worried about. I think one of these teams goes up in the first. Just not sure who it is, so I'm not going to pick a first period winner in this one. Now, interesting, like I told you guys, the New York Rangers are a strong play on the puck line, but no value. But on the puck line, as an underdog following an overtime game, they are 4-0 on that puck line. So that could be something where if you're looking to put a parlay in, you might want to put that in. But playoff hockey, you guys, I don't like parlaying it. I don't do anything like that. So give me the under 5.5 with, I think, the strongest play on the under in the first period, under 1.5 at -118. Let's move on to the next game, you guys. The one I'm most excited for. I'm going to be out watching this game tonight. We have the Edmonton Oilers taking on the Calgary Flames. Now, game 1 was, like they're saying everywhere, complete chaos. We had a 9-6 game. Calgary getting the win. Calgary scored 2 goals within 51 seconds. And then another goal before the 6-minute mark. Mike Smith got yanked for the Edmonton Oilers. Koskinen came in. We all know he gave up another 6 goals in this game. But we look at this game too. Jacob Markstrom gave up 6 goals as well. Not what the Calgary Flames want to see. We also saw a breakdown of the defense on both sides of the puck here. I expected more defensively out of both of these teams in that game. I really didn't see a 15-point game coming. I was writing the over. I expected a total of around 8. Now, when we look at these two teams, when they do match up in the last 5 games before the last one, I'm throwing everything out on the last one, because a 15-game isn't something that I think we should expect in this series. It was 7.8, I believe, in their last 5 games. They averaged for total goals. I do think we probably see a higher scoring game in this one, but I'm not hitting on the over 6.5. I just have an uneasy feeling about it tonight. What I do like is the Calgary Flames team total. I would tell you guys, whichever team you think is really going to play strong tonight, look at their team total over, because Edmonton, to beat Calgary, isn't going to beat them in a defensive game tonight. Calgary has a team total of 2.5, and I think it's a little juiced. I believe it was -150-ish for over the 2.5. If you guys have that in front of you, have a look. Just off the top of my head, I'm not remembering. So if you believe in Edmonton, that's such a low total there. It could be possible. I do think Calgary's team total over 3.5 to hit those 4 goals is the stronger way to go with this. We look at them offensively, and I do think both teams are strong, but I think they have the advantage because of the issues Edmonton has with goaltending, and that I am biased towards Calgary, but we can't not see the issues with the goaltending in Edmonton. Mike Smith is 40 years old now. Calgary averages around 5 goals against him per game in Calgary. He really does struggle here. The amount of games he has to have played as of late. My dog is photobombing on the show here. I don't know what video bombing, whatever he's doing. Excuse him. Mike Smith just really needs, I don't know what he needs. I think this is probably going into his last seasons as a main starting goalie. He allows it 2.81. We did see him play phenomenal down the stretch. We did see him bounce back in the first series when he had that terrible game against the Kings. I don't think he gets yanked in this one. I do think Calgary can put up those 4 goals. And I am counting on the defense of the Calgary Flames and Markstrom to have a better game in this one because they did completely melt down in the last. So give me the team total for the Calgary Flames over 3.5. I'm not touching a side in this Battle of Alberta. This is going to be a hard-hitting defensive battle out there. These offenses can light up the net, and that's why this total is still at 6.5, and Calgary's team total is 3.5. I still think it's harder hitting and not a 15-goal game. I think we still do have a lot of chaos, like everyone is saying. Now, another way to look at this, if you like Calgary, Edmonton has struggled to cover the puck line in Calgary in their last 4 games. Calgary has won covering the puck line. So I think it's worth a sprinkle here, you guys. I could see Calgary winning this by 2 goals because of the empty netter. But then again, we're counting on that empty netter. So I don't love putting my money in those situations, but I will sprinkle. I wouldn't do a full normal bet that you guys do. In the last game, you look at it, Calgary had 48 shots on goal, which is unbelievable. But they still allowed the Edmonton Oilers to get 26 shots on Markstrom. And you guys, of those 26 shots, they got 6 of those in. And that's what I mean. Everyone looks at Calgary and said they played a phenomenal game. We really let ourselves down goaltending and defensive-wise. And if we do that again tonight, Edmonton is going to dominate and win this game tonight. So I am a little bit worried. I do think Calgary comes out stronger defensively and goaltending, and we have to. We absolutely do. So you guys, props in this one. Johnny Gujarau over 1.5 points. We can get that at plus 165. I do see him getting those tonight. It's hit 3 of his last 5. And then on the other side of the puck, because I'm really trying not to be biased, if I'm going to take anyone on the Edmonton Oilers to have a phenomenal game tonight, it would be, my favorite, not at all, Connor McDavid. His over 1.5 points has hit in 3 out of his last 5 is plus 160. The value for both of these guys in this situation, in a game where we know the shots are going to be coming, Connor McDavid probably gets a goal at least on Markstrom, has an assist. We will see these points coming in for him. And Gujarau has just been an absolute stud during the playoffs here and for the season. And I think the plus money I can't turn down for both of these guys. So you guys, let's do a quick recap. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me here for Pocket with Joe. Love you guys all in the chat there putting in your comments. Let's just see what everyone has here, and then I'll do the recap. Oh, excuse me. I apologize, you guys. A courier decided to come to my house right during the show here. Hang on just 1 second. Okay. It always helps when I put my hand over my mouth and yell at my dogs. And you guys don't get to see me yelling. And the dogs know that they better be quiet. So you guys, I was just looking at your comments. Really apologize for that. Evan Bouchard to score a goal. I like that. That definitely is a great way to take it, Matt. Best of luck with that one. He definitely has been hot as of late, and I could see him getting that goal for you. First goal scorer. Let me know the odds on him to get that first goal scorer. I might tail you on that. That's a nice way to take it. I love sprinkling on beautiful plus money, Matt. So let me know what you're liking there. Okay, let's do this a recap quick. Then I'll look at your guys' comments again. And then that's it, you guys. I really appreciate you joining me here today for Pocket with Joe. The New York Rangers and the Carolina Hurricanes. I'm going to take my best bet. Favorite bet in this is the under in the first period. Under 1.5 in that first period is around minus 118. Under for the full game as well. We've got the under 5.5, and I do like it. If I had to take a side in here, you guys, I am absolutely taking the New York Rangers with the plus money. I think there is so much value taking them in this spot. So give me the New York Rangers plus 145. I love it. The Edmonton Oilers and the Calgary Flames. I'm going to take the Calgary Flames team total over 3.5 at minus 112-ish there. I'm also going to take 4 props in this one. Johnny Gujarau points over 1.5 at plus 165. Connor McDavid points over 1.5 at plus 160. Let's just check your guys' comments. Oh, that is beautiful at plus 2,200. You got my attention. I will sprinkle on Evan Bouchard for the first goal scorer in that one, you guys. Matt, thank you for that. Definitely will give you credit if that hits. I love the value there. So you guys, thank you for joining me here for Puck It with Joe. Have an absolutely incredible day. Keep smiling. I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to do it in the morning at 11 a.m. Eastern. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night.